Near-infrared spectroscopy can realize non-invasive blood glucose sensors? I don't think so. I'll explain advantage of mid-infrared passive spectroscopy. Maybe you know red lights and near-infrared lights penetrate the skin. So many researchers expected that near-infrared spectroscopy would be effective for non-invasive blood glucose sensors. But why does near-infrared light penetrate the skin? Because the absorbance of biological components is weak. That is contradiction. Why can we measure glucose concentration from the absorbance of near-infrared spectroscopy? Almost all researches about non-invasive blood glucose sensor is about near-infrared spectroscopy. Advantage of near-infrared light is high skin permeability, but disadvantage is that near-infrared spectroscopy can measure only moisture changes because broad water spectral absorbance, and another reason is weak glucose absorbance. Absorbance peak of water exists at 1450 nanometer, and the spectral absorbance of water exists broad wavelength area. So 1600 nanometer absorption peak of glucose is on the shoulder of the spectral absorbance of water. And also, since 1600 nanometer is a harmonic mode of molecular vibration, the absorbance of glucose is very weak. We use two mixed ethanol and glucose solution. We increase the ethanol concentration and fix glucose concentration. At the time, we expected the absorbance at 1600 nanometer will be constant value. But the result is that the absorbance at 1600 nanometer decreases. When I increase ethanol concentration, relatively water volume decreases. So water absorbance decreases and absorbance at 1600 nanometer is also decreases. It's not independent. And as for mid-infrared light, advantage is glucose measurement is possible. But disadvantage of mid-infrared light is low skin permeability because of extremely strong water absorbance. So several researchers uses high power laser like quantum cascade laser or parametric laser. But we could not detect the reflected light from inside of the skin because these lasers are absorbed as water. But for mid-infrared passive spectroscopy, emission lights from ultra-low glucose concentrations are enhanced in depth direction as volume effect. Emission intensities are propagated in depth direction. And also these emitted rays are accumulated in depth direction. So, enhanced rays are emitted from skin surface. So, we can regard human bodies itself as stable light sources. That is the advantage of mid-infrared passive spectroscopy. Thank you for watching.